sparkly little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you've probably clicked on this because this is a weight loss Q&A. I know a lot of people click on these videos. I've never really sat and filmed a weight loss Q&A or really gone into depth about my weight loss, so this is me filming it. It's time. Over the time that I've been losing weight, I've had a channel. You guys have sent me questions in asking how I did it, what I did. That's the same thing. Basically, the whole process of it, how I feel about things, what do I do if. Not really addressed it because I felt like I wasn't at a place that I could address it. And if you watched my Where Have I Been video, I kind of explained that I felt like I couldn't do it because I had lost so much weight, and then I went through a little bit of a mental breakdown and put on a bit of weight. I had lost 8 stone and I had a bit of a tough time and mentally was really struggling, and I put on about 1 stone. So we are now at 7 stone loss and we want to get right back down again and keep working hard. But I want to film this now because you guys have waited long enough for me to answer these questions. Bear with, it's on my phone. I've been writing them down and saving them in notes forever. I also want to do a quick disclaimer. I'm not a dietitian. So far from a dietitian. I'm not a medical expert. I mean, I could operate on you, but I don't recommend it. I'm joking. I feel like I have to say I'm joking on that. Do not ask me for medical advice. This is what's worked for me, this is what I did. I will say as well that I started losing weight in 2016, and then I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in February of this year, which was a massive mental blow for me. I also want to make a little disclaimer that make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. I'm very body positive, but my health needed it. Do you, boo? That's what I'm saying. Do you, and what's right for you and your health. I'm not a fitness professional, this is just what I've done and you guys have been asking, so I'm answering what I've done. You shouldn't copy what I'm doing, anything like that. If you need advice, go and seek an expert. Okay, so one of the first questions I got from you guys was it the stress of losing your dad that caused you to lose weight or something else? So when I was initially asked this question way back when, I did respond to this lady and I did say I did it through diet and exercise, but looking back at the photos of myself, my biggest weight loss was in that first bit when he passed away. I lost my dad back in 2016, March 2016, and my biggest weight loss was in that sort of 6-month gap. It kind of just dropped off me. Even though I was dieting, even though I was exercising and swimming, I chalked it down to that, but I imagine probably yes, the stress was massive and that did have a huge effect and sort of kick-started it, I think, looking back at it. So I apologise to you for answering that wrongly, but at the time I didn't realise how much of an impact that had on me in terms of weight anyway. Do you have cheat days? Yes, I do. I used to have 1 week, like I'd go for a week and then on a Saturday I'd have a cheat day, which was easy when I was 24 stone. When you're bigger, it's easier to lose. So I'd have a Saturday cheat day and that would be an all-day cheat day. I felt at that point I was in control of my food and I could have a cheat day and enjoy it. And now as it's getting harder and harder and harder, I'm having to re-look at cheat days. I'm possibly only doing it once a month now. I need to sort of look at when I can do cheat days. I'm going on to Weight Watchers. If you'd watched my Where Have I Been video, I am starting Weight Watchers. Next question, have you hit a weight stall? As I said at the beginning of the video, I have put a stone on just from ill mental health and ill personal care, let's say. I did hit a weight plateau as well back in February. It's like I'd lost so much weight and then everything that I was normally doing wasn't working, and so I had to like try and rejig. So in February I joined the gym, I got diagnosed with diabetes, oddly the same day, but we're getting back on it. So we're getting back on that, we're going back to the gym, eating healthily and going on Weight Watchers. Do you count calories? I used to count calories. I used to have a tracker on my phone and I counted calories, and then when I got diagnosed with diabetes I started counting fat and carbs and all of those things to make sure that I was on track. I did do the ketogenic diet, which really helped bring my numbers down, but mentally I can't answer the door, I'm naked. From like the waist down, I've got my legs now. Embarrassment of life. Okay, so do you count calories? I became a little bit obsessed with it, so that's why my dietitian told me to take a step back. We're going on Weight Watchers now, and that's going to be a different way of counting, because as she explained it to me, I think you can get too obsessed with calories, and I was massively obsessed and I wanted to burn them off as well. And she said to me, calories weigh differently. The calories aren't equal. Let's say 2 cheeseburgers or have a healthy full meal. She tried to say to me something that's more structured but more up-to-date and modern, so like Weight Watchers and catered for my diabetes, is going to be better for you. So I don't count calories anymore. I'm going to start Weight Watchers as of today, and I will be doing a weekly weigh-in, I think, and just chatting about how I've been doing on it. Have you ever struggled with appearance after losing weight? Yeah, I think there's a huge misconception with weight loss. Like, you're gonna get loose skin. Like I've said, my arms is a big issue, and now I'm at a point where I'm quite comfortable with the size of my arms, but I will show you for the internet. Like, I'm comfortable with the size of my arms, but if we look, we have a lot of loose skin. Yes, we still have a ways to go, but we have a lot of loose skin going on. Yes, even though I've lost weight, I've dropped dress sizes, it is something that I still struggle with. Some bits take longer to go than others. My face is still quite bloated and quite big. Like, my tummy hasn't gone down massively, but then my arms and legs have toned really nicely and gone down, so I think it's different for different people. Again, that's another journey of self-love, and just one that I'm still on. And it's very, very hard some days, it really is. Do you still have bad days? I constantly have bad days, especially over this past month. It's been really, really hard for me. That self-love had completely gone again, and my relationship with food had completely changed for the negative again. So I'm trying to make sure that my good days are now outweighing my bad days and building that relationship with food. And for me, that simple thing for me for having that good day is actually eating. Starting off with breakfast, a good breakfast, I choose porridge. It's just a really good slow releasing energy for me. But because it was carbohydrate, I thought, well, I can't have that. So it's about, again, changing my relationship with food. And I think that's another thing, like, on a massive weight loss journey, you are gonna have to chop and change and become adaptable with your food, with your weight, with your exercise, because it has to change as you change. Like, I started off eating about 2,000 calories to lose weight because I was 24 stone. I can't eat that now because I would put on weight. Like, I'm not counting calories, but back then that's what I was eating. So yes, I still have bad days. I am now learning to reward myself with other things that aren't food. That's a huge thing for me. My cheat days were great because I'd have food and that would be my treat to myself and my reward, but I'm trying to learn not to reward myself with food if I've, done something good or anything like that. Not to use it as a negative outlet as well. Like, I've had a bad day, I want a pizza. Okay, next one. Has it helped with your anxiety? I don't know, I would say yes, because I feel like I feel better, but then as we know, I really, really struggled, didn't I? Because I was diabetic and it was undiagnosed and I felt terrible. So now I feel better because I know I'm diabetic and I know I have to be careful of sugars and carbs and things like that. I'm aware of that, so I feel a million times better. But I don't know, I think for me, man, the anxiety change has been you guys, like 100%. My life changed the minute I started YouTube. Like, it changed my life and I'm so much more confident now. I think the only thing I will say is I felt like I looked better for me. And I think a lot of people would come in on me there and be like, oh, well, you're saying that you are body positive, but you're saying that you think because you look better that you, and I get that. But in my mind as well, because I've worked so hard, I am the product of working hard. I suppose that helped me feel more confident and better. So I think, yes, it has. But again, I think there's a huge misconception that people who are unhappy with their weight will lose the weight and all of those demons and issues will just go. They don't, they're still there. For me, it wasn't my weight. I thought for so many years, I thought it was my weight, and it's not. There are other demons in my closet. Having to open the closet and have a good old look and work out why. So yeah, I am starting therapy, so I didn't mention this in my what's happening video, but I am starting therapy. I'm gonna work out what's in the closet. I don't really want to open it. I've shoved things in there and like kept it shut. Yes, it has, but not to like, it's not cured it and it won't cure it. Do you have a goal? Yes, I do. I do have a goal weight, but I actually hit that and then I set myself a new goal because I never thought I'd get down to that. I think my goal is to just be healthy and happy. I don't think I can put a number on it anymore. I think that's mentally damaging me massively. Yes, I have a goal to be happy and healthy. So how often do you go to the gym? I like to go on a Monday, I like to go swimming, yoga. I do quite like to do yoga at home on a Tuesday. Wednesday I go to Aqua Boot Camp, which is basically like Aquafit, but a little bit more intense with like weights and stuff and using water resistance. Thursdays, club size, and I want to get back into kettle size, but they're straight after one another and I've had such a break, I don't think I can do that right now, so I'm just going to club size this week. And then Fridays is date night with Mark, and then maybe sometimes I go at the weekend, but I think 4's enough. What would you recommend for someone wanting to go on an extreme weight loss journey? I think going back to the demons in the closet, do it for the right reasons. Do it because you want to, not because someone's told you to. Do it because you want to better you. If you have issues with food and that's why you've put on the weight, then get those diagnosed. Get them diagnosed and go into therapy for it and work out what your demons are. I think because it's not gonna fix it. And don't become obsessed. This is coming from someone who was massively obsessed and still is massively obsessed. Just take it each day. Don't be so hard on yourself, and you are not defined by a number on a scale. Find your journey. Find your journey, not someone else's, find yours. Take before pictures, which I know is awful. I don't have any of me like stood in my bra and knickers because I couldn't deal with that, but I really recommend doing it, because when you do get there, and you will get there, you can look back at those pictures, and I tell you, it took me 6.5 stone in to actually do a comparison, and I honestly thought I was the same size until I saw those photos. So well worth doing that. Be kind to yourself. I think that's the last one, be kind to yourself. I know there's pretty much nothing to do with weight loss, but I think that's important because it's a mental journey as much as it is a physical journey. What's your fave go-to meal for weight loss? Fajitas. Depending on how I'm feeling, I like to replace the tortilla with lettuce cups because that's amazing. I love that. Another one I really like is the like protein style burgers, where again you're using lettuce. I tend to go for these when I'm on my period. If you didn't know, I suffer with PCOS, and I feel like when I'm on my period I need to have a lot of iron, so I tend to go for the red meat, and I like doing it protein style, and I love those. They feel like such a naughty treat, but they're not, for me personally, they're not too bad. And depending on what your weight loss is, you can get the leaner burgers, or you can go turkey burgers or veggie burgers, you know, but yeah, for me, I love that. Porridge, again, as I mentioned earlier, porridge is such a huge one for me because it's slow releasing energy. I get so much energy, and I'm not snacking from when I have it about 7, half 7 through till like lunchtime, 12, 1 o'clock. I feel full. I know you're gonna ask me actually, I only put a tiny, like not even a pinch, like probably a quarter of a pinch of salt into my porridge. If you didn't know, I am Scottish, so yeah, I don't put sugar in the porridge. No sugar in the porridge. Ugh, no. If you like that, that's fine, but ain't for me. Tonight is Mexican Monday, so we're doing that today. Then we can have Taco Tuesday, where we have the same again. Well, it's Wednesday, fajita night. Thank God it's Thursday, fajita night. Finally Friday, fajita. I should have just gone with fajita Friday, shouldn't I, for that one? Next one. I find it hard to make healthy meals. How do you make sure you have the time? It is hard, it's really hard, especially if you're working full time. Meal prep everything. We'll spend the time meal prepping everything, and it's as simple as just getting like the big freezer bags or the Tupperware stuff, and I will prep everything and put it in the freezer or in the fridge. I'm a massive fan of like the pre-chopped veg. When I was in care, I was only part-time in care, but I was doing 8 shifts, hard work, and I know like nurses and doctors and other caregivers do even more than that, and I struggled. So meal prepping when I had the time really, really helped. And even if it's just down to having your veggies chopped, your chicken pre-chopped or your meat pre-chopped, made sauces and put them all into little freezer bags, and then literally it was a case of putting it in the oven, putting it in the pan, putting it in the slow cooker, and it's done. A great way of doing things is slow cooker food, put it on in the morning before you leave, and when you get home from work, your dinner's already ready. So you're not gonna reach for that takeaway menu because dinner's done, because that's quicker. And just taking that time when you have a bit more energy and have a bit more time for when you're busy times, you can enjoy spending time with your spouse, your kids, your dog, your cat, whatever, you know. You can enjoy that time just sitting and reading a book because you've taken care of that side. Meal prep, meal plan as well. I find you have so much less waste as well. If you make a meal plan of what you're going to eat throughout the week before you go shopping, you know exactly what you need to buy. And the last question I have is, I've lost so much hair, did you have this happen? Yes. Oh my god, another thing with weight loss, like so many things happen that you don't expect to happen. For me, my hair got so much thinner. I used to have such luscious, thick hair. It's not too bad at the moment, but I don't know whether you've seen it. Sometimes I'll bend forward and there's like gaps here. That is from my extreme weight loss. My hair is so much thinner than it used to be. And you will see at the top sometimes it's sparse, and if I turn around, I don't know if you can see, it's got gaps at the back and stuff like that. I do heavily dye my hair. I have bleached my hair in the past. I am quite hard on it, so I know that that has a massive toll on it, but I've read about this, definitely attributes to the weight loss. And you don't lose hair on the body, annoyingly, like you're not gonna wake up and suddenly you never have to shave your legs again. They keep coming. Your hair does thin. I know I've experienced that, and a few of the people I've spoken to, a couple of you guys have said the same, and obviously this lady here. Okay guys, that was all the questions I had. If you have any questions for me, then comment down below and I will answer them for you or put them together in another Q&A. I can only apologise on how long it has taken me to film this video for you guys. It's just been a case of life happening and feeling like not comfortable enough to talk about my weight loss because I felt like I hadn't achieved good weight loss, even though I've lost it. I told you, I'm a mess. But I hope some of these helped you guys, and I hope my main goal of doing this was trying to get you guys to realise that you're not defined by a number, and that if you want to go on a weight loss journey, then that's great for you, but do it for the right reasons. Don't end up like I did, when you are completely obsessed and it takes over your life and you end up hating yourself because of it. I'm very proud of what I've achieved. Anyone watching this who wants to do this, do it for your health and for you, not because someone said that you need to. Do it for you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this cleared up some questions that you had for me. Like I said, please don't follow me what I do. Like, I do what I do. I just wanted to answer the questions that you'd given me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.